Another new angle and another new video. Now, this video's title is Anger Dot. And as you could see in my last video, which was named Change, I'm going to change my content up a little bit. Now, this is what I truly enjoy. I don't enjoy all of those top 5 tips for this and that. I just simply enjoy these kind of cinematic looking videos that on the first sight you might think are some form of a montage or something like that. Now, this video, Anger, is named because today and all throughout my past I had a little bit of problems with my anger. It might be also called anger issues. Now, since I was a kid, I sometimes had these bursts of anger and I kind of learned how to control it. I never smashed my monitor when I was gaming, my keyboard, none of my peripherals. I never broke my table or anything like that. But I was always kind of angry, but I always kind of shut myself off. I didn't let myself express that anger. And right now, actually, I came right here, sat on my chair, and literally just turned off my anger. Before this, I was really angry because I don't have time to film this video. I have to edit it, and in around 1.5 hours, I have to be outside again because I have some work to do. So I have to film and edit this video in 1.5 hours, which is really hard. Like, it's nearly impossible, but I'm going to try and do it. And I was just so angry because I had to make a lunch and I had to do all of these things in a period of 1.5 hours. And I was just stressing. And when I'm stressing, usually it kind of relates to anger and my mind kind of contracts it together. But as I learned how to control it, I learned how to use it. And anger control and anger usage might be one of the things that changed my life the most. But I found it to be super hard to kind of use it in another way instead of literally just yelling, screaming, swearing, punching something. But I found it to be kind of coming down to a couple of things that you can use. And these are sort of kind of habits, some form of habits that I can kind of tell you that can actually really help you if you have some kind of anger issues, if we can say it like that. Now, throughout my channel, you saw one habit kind of talked a lot about. It's actually journaling, but a form of journaling that's related to gratitude. So it can be called gratitude journaling. And this is kind of writing down on a piece of paper 5 things you're grateful for every single morning. And in the brink of my anger, I usually relate and kind of get back to gratitude. I tell myself, what am I grateful for in that moment? And it usually kind of stables my anger down. Try it, and I think it's going to work. Another thing that you can actually do to kind of get not angry, so kind of not normal in a normal state, but how to actually direct your anger to something like maybe your work. Your work is especially good if you can control your anger. It's so much easier to work when you're angry if you know how to control it than it is without you actually being really angry. So what we can do is we can actually open our mind up. So you can do that through meditation if you want. If you don't have any form of kind of pre-knowledge about this, you can kind of scan deep in your mind and ask yourself why you're actually angry. Now, maybe some surface level thing might kind of rise to your mind. It might be something like, oh, I got a bad grade today, or something like that. But you have to go deeper. You have to ask yourself, why did you get that bad grade? Why are you angry because you got that bad grade? And then maybe a logical answer that will come up was because your kind of attitude toward grades is kind of that if you get a bad grade, you have a negative feeling. And then you might just ask yourself, why do you have that negative feeling? Maybe your parents yelled at you when you were younger, when you got a bad grade. Maybe they still do. And that's why you kind of gotten angry, well, technically at yourself. And when you deeply realize why are you actually angry in that moment, you can see that you can form and wrap that anger around something that's actually useful. So you can turn something that is truly, truly negative and deconstructive into something that is really, really constructive and that can really, really help you. Now, if you learn how to use anger, it's going to be one of the best things that you can do. Now, if you're not really an angry person, then this obviously might not work for you. But if you have some form of anger issues, I think you can use that anger with a lot of potential. I don't think it's impossible to kind of use anger correctly. Now, those are only 2 tips that I have for you. Another thing that you can do actually is kind of tell yourself that, hey, you have a lot of work to do. Why not use this anger towards that work? Why not kind of use that extra energy that you have when you're angry into something that is really good for you? You can do that. Actually, you can do it on a mental level. It is a little bit harder, and I would recommend the 2 things before doing this, but try and just reconnect your mind with your work, but with the amping of anger. That's why people listen to really funk, hardstyle, all of those really amping music while they work out, because it's easy for you to kind of get angry in the moment when you hear some hateful shit. That's why that's why the biggest form of motivation is when someone tells you that you're wrong. You get instantly defensive and you want to prove them wrong. And that's why kind of that amping towards working out works so well. And you can actually redirect it to your work. I hope that actually made sense, and I hope this video was actually structured well. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of time for this video, so I'm sorry if it was a little bit worse than some of my others. But again, thank you for actually spending your time out of this day to watch this video. I'm truly thankful for all of you who actually are watching my videos. Thank you so much. If you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, drop me a like, drop me a comment, give me some feedback. And yeah, see you very, very soon. Click and watch this video if you want. It's my last video. It's probably my favorite video that I ever made. Fate be the reason, and see you tomorrow. Peace.